Hi guys, welcome to day 2 of what I'm now calling virtual insanity. Actually, I was just going to call it going virtual just to keep everything in line and succinct, but I think virtual insanity is a better name. So shout out to some Jamiroquai. If you guys don't know by now, the music really dictates my life. So welcome to day 2. So today we're going to talk about the model of structuring your offers and the 3 most successful ones that my clients and I have had throughout the years. So just a quick little recap. Yesterday we talked about the importance of the fact that over-delivering is just as detrimental as under-delivering. The two are really the same thing, the same side of the same coin. So we talked about that. We talked about the competing distractions that people are going to go through. We also talked about, sorry, I'm outside. The fact that you are now a transformation seller and not an information seller. So that's yesterday. So now, today I want to talk about the 3 different models, so to speak, that are going to give you the most success. And I think every dog trainer should have this in their portfolio. So first of all, what I want you to think about before you even really do anything is, who is this course for? Actually, something before that. I want you to think about what your promise of the course is. That's very important. So if you're doing like a trick course or a walking course or maybe like conditioned relaxation or like something like that, you want to know what the promise of your course is. And then we just reverse engineer from that, because some courses are going to be bigger than others. Some courses are going to have bigger promises than others, as you'll see when I get to that. So the second thing, you have to know who it's for. And that's going to be different because different people buy at different price points. And just because we're going to talk more about price tomorrow, but just because they buy a lower course does not mean that they didn't want to buy the higher course. So just know who it's for. Have an idea. Hey, Kim. Reverse engineer is one of my favorite phrases. Mine, too. I feel like I reverse engineer my life. So knowing who this course is for, that might be different than your overall niche of your whole business. So don't be surprised if it's different. This is not the time that I want you to get stuck in like thinking about the price point or the logistics or the content or the deliverables or anything like that. This is just something for you. So once again, we can reverse engineer. You have to know who it's going to be for. It's going to make a difference with everything. So higher price and lower price are 2 totally different people that are looking for different things. So I want you guys to stop making it so hard for people to buy from you. If you're my client, you heard me say that before too. Excuse me. It's not the Rona, I promise. Again. So the 3 types that you should have, and like I said, these are all going to be at different price points. We're going to get more into price points tomorrow, but for right now, I just want you to know this foundation information. Every dog trainer should, or actually anyone who's doing a course, an online course, sorry, Rufus is like trying to trip me here. Everyone that's doing an online course should have a very low micro mini course. Everyone should have it. You might want to put together that big fancy course, but if you haven't done that yet, I find a lot of people use that as an excuse not to take action and not to start getting some income rolling in. So a micro or mini course is your best option for that, so that it's going to give you the experience of what it's like to go through it, especially if this is your first one. So it's basically an unsupported program. It's just the training itself. There is no access back to you. No access to like ask questions about it or get feedback from it. It's just the training or mini course or whatever you decide, however meaty you want to make that course. But it should be very low key and very low touch for you. The second one is, I like doing this one a lot too. This is a semi-supported or mini course. So I guess the first one will be a micro course. The second one is going to be like a mini course. There might be a little more meat in that content, but typically it's going to look like the trainings themselves, whatever content you want to put in there, and maybe like 1 or 2 like Zoom session Q&As. So if they need feedback or if they have a question, they can ask those at a very specific time so that you're not running around fielding emails all day and all that stuff. So this next one is my absolute favorite one to do. So, and I do this like twice a year. The next one's not going to be enrolling until I think the fall. So this one is your fully supported mega course. So that includes all the training that you want to put in there. It's typically a longer program, so 6 months to a year. Like everything that they could possibly need. But what I do want to put this in your brain is you should be developing this with people. Don't assume that you know the client's journey if you've never done this before. Very, very, very important. Excuse me. So the mega course, the fully supported course, there's all the training program in there. And this is the one that I will typically do a private Facebook for clients only in there. So that way they can have access to me more of the time during business hours only. I want you guys to, I think as trainers, spot on writing that down. Ooh, good, Kim. Yay. As trainers, or anyone with a course, we want people to succeed so bad that we just throw away our own boundaries. Business should happen during business hours. So, and that's how I do it. That's how I facilitate that, is in a Facebook group. So that way they can have unlimited video reviews, supplemental trainings as they come up. You can say that you're going through a program and somebody has a really solid question that you didn't think about to put in your program because you created it without people in it. It's very important that you guys are creating this with people. So that it doesn't mess up the flow. So your people are going to inform your next step. So remember that. So with the micro, the mini, and the mega courses, if you haven't noticed, this is all predicated on access to you. So if somebody spent like $57 for a training, they don't get access to me. The people that buy my big 6-month course, they have all the access to me during business hours. Write that down too. I don't know if that's what you wrote down, Kim, but very important to a lot of business owners. So it all depends on the access to you, how much access you're going to give, and that's what's going to inform your pricing, which I said we're going to talk about tomorrow. So the tech part of it is totally up to you. Now is not the time to sit and figure out a funnel strategy, or unless you already know how to do it, that's totally fine. But this can be very low tech. The whole point of me doing this for you guys is to get some money in your pocket. So the easiest way, the path of least resistance, like I said, I see a lot of people just using it ends up being an excuse that, I got to sit here and figure out my funnel. I got to update my website. I got to blah, 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 blah. All the time, you're not making any money. So remember that the tech can be as low tech or as high tech as you want it to be, especially right now. So that's it today. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to talk more about pricing and go a little more in depth with that. But I hope that this has been helpful to you guys. I kind of got a little bit ranty in it, so it's all with love though. So I will talk at you guys. I'll be back on tomorrow at 2:30. So if you want to catch me live, I can answer your questions live, or like I said, circle back. And Friday, I'm going to do a whole Q&A session. So you guys are going to have, I'll just go through and answer all the questions from everything that weren't posted here. So I will see you guys tomorrow at 2:30. We're going to talk about that cheddar. All right, guys, we'll see ya.